Hi students, good morning to everyone. It's me Sudarshan sir again. Take your book and pencil students. Okay. Today we are going to deal in computer science. Okay. Characteristics of a computer. Computer characteristics. What are the characters does a computer have? As human, we have some characters. Like that, even computers have some characteristics. What are those? Speed. Speed is a character of a computer. How a speed in a computer works. A computer can follow one instruction at a time. In a time it can read or it can follow one instruction. Hence the speed of computer is measured by number of instruction. Okay, first what is instruction? Okay, you are asking the computer to do addition. How the computer will do addition? By your instruction. How you will instruct to the computer? By giving input to the computer. How we will give the input to the computer? With the help of input device. Okay. How we will give the input for addition? For example, if you want to add number 2 plus 2, what you will do? You will give 2 plus 2. So the number 2 is an instruction. The plus addition symbol, it is an instruction. Again one more number 2, it is an instruction. So how many instructions you have given to the computer? 3 instructions. So what happens? The computer processes these 3 instructions and gives you the output result. Okay, what will be the output? 4. The computer processes these input and it gives the result as 4. It will be shown in the output device. This we already saw in input and output device in older classes. Okay. Now let's go into the topic. Speed. A computer can follow one instruction at a time. Hence the speed of computer is measured in the number of instructions the microprocessor can carry out every second. So what it does mean? A computer can read or execute only one instruction in a time, not in a second, in a time. Okay. So a microprocessor can carry out many instructions per second. Okay, how it is measured? It is measured in million instruction per second. In 1 second, how many instructions a computer will read? A computer can read millions of instructions in a second. The microprocessor used in desktop and laptop may have speed up to 1 lakh million instructions per second. How many million instructions? Not 1 million, not 2 million. 1 lakh million instruction per second. A microprocessor which is there in a computer will read 1 million instruction per second. I hope you guys know what is processor and microprocessor. Both are same. Processor is nothing but processor is a device which is there inside the CPU. What is the work of processor? It processes the instruction. Now I told you before, right? 2 is an instruction, plus is an instruction, 2 is an instruction. So 2 plus 2 for addition, I told you, right? So all these instructions were read by whom? Was read by processor. The processor reads all these instructions. Okay. I hope you would have learnt in lower classes. If not, just go through this video. The processor reads those instructions. Reads what instruction? Those addition instruction. 2 plus 2. Like that each and every instructions are read by processor. Okay, that you keep in mind. Okay. So in today's computer, a processor can read millions of instruction per second. Okay, that is the computers which we use in our home and office. So we have something called supercomputers. Okay, that does a variety of operation, even what a normal computer cannot do. Okay. Okay, a supercomputer. What a what will be the speed of a supercomputer? Okay, we'll see that. The supercomputer of today can carry out billions of instructions per second. It can perform not millions of instructions. It can read billions of instructions per second. Okay, okay. Then our normal computer can read millions of instructions, but what the supercomputer does? Supercomputer reads billions of instructions per second. Okay. But in our normal computer, it will be little bit complicated, but try to understand. I hope you will understand. In normal computers, as of in our home we are using, right? Those computers, the speed is measured with the help of million instruction per second, MIPS. I show you before, right? Wait. It will read with the help of, we can read the speed of a computer with what? Million instruction per second. But in supercomputer, however, the speed of supercomputer is measured in flops, FLOPS, not MIPS. It is read in FLOPS. What is FLOPS? Floating point operation. Floating point operation per second. As a max, you know very well about floating point, I think. 1.34, 0.78, 123.467. Okay, a number following decimal number, that is floating point. I hope you guys know about that. Okay, floating point. So the speed of supercomputer is measured in floating point, not in MIPS. It is measured in FLOPS. Okay. So in our India, we have already built 3 supercomputers. Okay. What are those? Saga 220, EKA, Param Yuva 2. Saga 220 is a supercomputer built by India Space Research Organization. It is capable of performing at 220 teraflops. TFLOPS, teraflops. So FLOPS means what? Floating point per second. Floating points per second. So teraflops means what? It is not kiloflop, it is not megaflop, it is not gigaflop, it is teraflop. So billions of floating points per second. If it is kiloflops, thousands of floating points. If it is megaflops, lakhs. If it is of gigaflops, millions. Now this is FLOPS, teraflops. So billions of instructions is read per second, not thousands, not lakhs, not millions. Billions of instructions read per second. How many billions? Not only 1 billion instruction is read. 220 teraflops means 220 billions of instruction is read per second in Saga 220 supercomputer. So what about EKA supercomputer? In EKA supercomputer, the speed is 132. In Saga 220, it is 220 teraflops. EK is little slower than that. 132 teraflops per second. 132 billion instructions per second. So there is one more computer which is very, very, very fast than these two. What is that? Param Yuva 2. Just remember all those names. Okay. Param Yuva 2. It is the latest in the series of Param computers. The Param computers built this Param Yuva 2. Param is a company that built those. That company builds Param computers named Param. Supercomputers named Param. They have built something called Param Yuva 2. Okay, Param Yuva 2, which can run in the speed of 524 teraflops. how many, so it means how many instructions can it read in a second? In a second it can read 524 billion instructions. 524 billion instructions. Okay. Next, that is the speed. So in the characteristic of computer we saw speed. What is the next character of a computer? Precision. We will see what is precision. All computer system, besides having amazing speed, generate accurate result. So what is precision? Precision is nothing but accuracy. In today's computer, whatever the instruction or whatever the calculation, whatever the process you give to the computer, what will be the result? Accurate result. You will get accurate result. There will not be any mistake in the result. For example, if you give calculation in the calculator or in the computer, if you give if you open the calculator and if you give many numbers, divide by many numbers. For example, if you give 10 numbers divided by 20 numbers, what will be the answer? Within a second it will give you the accurate answer. The answer will never be wrong. So what does precision means? Accuracy. Okay. But you can sometimes say, sir, even though while doing some operation I see some mistake, not in calculation, but while doing some operation I see some mistake in computer. No, it is not actually the mistake in computer. It is the mistake in either in your process. If you do, either in your process, while you do a process, you could have done some mistake. Its result would come wrong, but the computer will never do wrong. Okay. Next, reliability. Computers perform millions of calculations at greater speed without making mistakes. Okay, that we start in precision. Okay, this makes computer a highly reliable device for repeated works. Programmed robots are replacing human works. Why? Continuous and consistent performance of computers controlled machine is a big advantage for industries. So what is reliability? Since the computer can read at high speed and high accuracy, it is reliable. Means without getting, if I work for a long time, will I get tired? Yes, for sure I will get tired. But what the computer does, computer will never get tired. If you put to the charge, if you put on charge and if you continuously work, you can work for a large number, you can work for days. Okay, even you can work for months, it will not show any error. All it needs is electricity. If you are capable of working for months without getting tired, the computer will work. Okay, that's it. So reliable. The computer is reliable. Next, that is a character of computer. Next character, storage and retention. Okay students, next topic, storage and retention. Computer can store large amount of data in small physical space. You know very well, if you have 2 GB pen drive, you can store more songs or videos. Small videos, you can store many videos. That is how it works. You can store large amount of data in small space. It is called computer memory. We used to say memory space, right? Memory. Okay, so that computer memory is of 2 types. Is classified into 2 types: primary memory, secondary memory. Primary memory is nothing but RAM. RAM memory. RAM is a primary memory. It is a volatile memory. What is meant by volatile? It stores data temporarily. While you switch on the computer, the data will be erased. Again, while you switch on and work with the computer, temporarily data are stored. And while you switch off, data are erased. So it is called volatile. Okay. What does RAM stores? How the RAM works? The RAM stores only frequently used data. It stores data temporarily. What type of data it stores? Frequently used data are stored in RAM. Why frequently used data are stored in RAM? to increase the speed of a computer, to boost the speed of a computer. Okay, that's it. Next, ROM is a permanent memory. While you switch off, it won't be erased. In RAM, if you switch off, it will be erased. But in ROM, if you switch off, it won't be erased. It is a permanent memory. Okay. ROM, as the name implies, it is just a read-only memory. It is a permanent memory, and it also a read-only memory. You can read it. You cannot edit it. You can just read it. Okay. What is actually ROM used for? This you should know. It is not given here, but you should know that ROM is used for booting purposes. While you switch on the computer, and if you press the on button down in the CPU, it boots, right? The Windows opens and it logins to your desktop. For example, like this it comes. Okay, that Windows opens, right? That process, that is called booting process. For booting, a set of instructions is needed, right? For doing each and every process in a computer, what is needed? Instructions is needed. I think you know that instructions are needed. We can call it as codings also. Instructions are needed, like that. For booting process, for switching on process, what is needed? Instructions are needed. Those instructions are stored where? Those instructions are actually stored in ROM, read-only memory. Okay, that is the work process of read-only memory. Those data you cannot be erased. The computer will read those instructions and it will do the booting process. That's all. Okay, next, secondary memory. We saw primary memory, RAM and ROM. Now we are going for secondary memory. Secondary memory, hard disk. You know hard disk. If you don't know hard disk, there is something called hard disk which is inside your CPU. You know CPU, right? That big box, which is there inside the CPU. Hard disk. Hard disk is placed inside the CPU. It is a secondary memory. It stores data permanently. It is a secondary memory, and also it stores the data permanently. Okay, but if you want to delete a data in secondary storage device, hard disk, you can delete it. If you want to edit a data in secondary memory, you can edit it. You want to store some more data in secondary memory, you can store it. That is the use of secondary memory. Even though you can do all these process, it is a secondary memory. RAM is a primary memory. Why? Because RAM increases the speed of a computer. It increases the speed for in each and every process. It increases the speed of a computer. But secondary memory just stores the data. That data you can get, you can edit it, you can delete it, but it just stores the data. So it is secondary memory. Since it increases the speed of a computer, RAM is a primary memory. This is the difference between RAM and secondary devices. Not only hard disk is a secondary device, the pen drive which you use, that is a secondary device. Okay. Next, finally, cache memory. Cache memory is now a part of a computer. Cache memory is new to the computer world, actually. Cache memory is a part of a computer. It is a high-speed memory used for temporarily storing the most frequently used data and instruction. What does RAM do? As I told, it stores frequently used data to increase the speed of a computer. So what does cache memory do? It stores most frequently used data to further increase the speed of a computer. That's all. These are the things, students, for today's class. What we saw characteristics of computer. Okay, just go through this, students. If you have any doubt, please text to my phone number. Okay, take care, students. Have a happy day. Bye.